This, and this are just 3 of the epic games on this list. Hey there, everyone. Today we've got a fantastic lineup of 13 indie games that you absolutely need to check out if you're into single-player games. Starting off with Noctuary, a dual-protagonist visual novel developed by Grotesca. In this game, players step into the shoes of Fantia Dream and Alina Nightsong, who aspire to become Arbrangers, guardians who protect and serve. The game seamlessly integrates JRPG elements, offering a compelling narrative, diverse characters, strategic combat, and a sophisticated blessing system. Whether you're drawn to captivating storytelling, dynamic battles, or intricate customization options, Noctuary has something for everyone, making it a must-play for enthusiasts of both genres. Next up, we have Meg's Monster, an epic stylized retro turn-based JRPG where players control a nearly invincible monster named Roy. Roy unexpectedly finds himself responsible for caring for a little girl named Meg, whose tears have the power to bring about the end of the world. As Roy, your task is to protect Meg from other monsters and keep her happy by playing with her as you journey together through the underworld to find her way back home. This unlikely duo forms a heartwarming bond in a cute story that's definitely worth experiencing. Up next is Passepartout 2, The Lost Artist, an intriguing adventure centered around a struggling artist. Despite the struggles implied, don't assume it's a stressful experience. In fact, it's a fantastic game for unwinding and losing track of time. With its atmospheric soundtrack and charming world, players, whether artists or not, can use various tools to create diverse paintings while immersing themselves in a pleasant ambiance and wonderful soundtrack. While some aspects like the story aren't extensively explored, Passepartout 2 comes highly recommended for those seeking a short and enjoyable game to pass the time and add a touch of joy to their day. Next on the list is My Friendly Neighborhood, a survival horror indie video game where players take on the role of a repairman under attack by sentient puppets. This game is a delightful surprise, highly recommended for fans of survival horror, mascot horror, and even those who typically shy away from horror games. This quirky spin on Sesame Street offers more depth than meets the eye, featuring a compelling story, imaginative characters, vibrant visuals, and plenty of classic Resident Evil-style puzzle solving and combat. It's a fresh and enjoyable twist on the concept of classic puppet friends, making it a game that shouldn't be missed. Next up is Shogun Showdown, a pixel-style turn-based combat game with roguelike and deck-building elements. It boasts satisfying controls, engaging combat, a diverse range of encounters and weapons even in its early access stage, and some of the most visually impressive design around. Each encounter feels like a carefully choreographed dance as players navigate through enemy attacks, timing their preparations and strikes just right. This accessibility combined with depth makes the game appealing to both newcomers and seasoned players alike. If you're a fan of turn-based roguelikes and seeking something fresh and innovative, Shogun Showdown is definitely worth checking out. Up next, we have Jusant, a delightful action puzzle climbing game from Don't Nod. Not only is it visually stunning, but the developers also convey their message flawlessly. The game strikes a perfect balance between lightheartedness and exploring deeper themes. Its climbing mechanics are cleverly designed and executed, setting a high standard for other games in the genre. Movement feels focused and precise, with terrain playing a significant role in gameplay. The serene cliff sides and stunning landscapes provide a short yet satisfying experience that's accessible to all. Unlike many climbing games, Jusant offers creative level designs that keep gameplay from feeling repetitive, making it a highly recommended indie gem on this list. Next on the list is Cobalt Core, a sci-fi roguelike deck builder that puts a fresh spin on tactics games with its deep single-axis approach. This game is often compared to Slay the Spire, with some arguing it's even better executed. The game boasts superior graphics, well-developed characters, and witty dialogue that adds to the overall enjoyment. What sets it apart is the seamless integration of various gameplay mechanics. Not only is it a balanced card battler, but strategic positioning of your ship and mid-row objects adds another layer of depth. If you're a fan of card battlers, Cobalt Core is a must-buy. Even if you're new to the genre, this game could be your perfect introduction. Next up is Voidigo, a vividly animated action roguelite game centered on boss hunting. The standout feature is its unpredictable boss fights, which can emerge at any moment and dynamically traverse the stages. The thrill lies in adapting to these ever-changing challenges. A plethora of weapons and imaginative abilities ensure each encounter feels distinct, while the game's charismatic and humorous universe adds to the enjoyment. While it shares some common traits with other games in the genre, like occasional repetition between stages and cluttered screens, these minor issues are overshadowed by the wealth of content and customization options available, ensuring an overall satisfying experience. With its intense confrontations and dynamic bosses, Voidigo is a must-play for fans of roguelikes. Next up is Touhou Hero of Ice Fairy, a 2D bullet hell action game inspired by the Touhou Project. In this boss rush game, players take on the role of Cyrano, the hero of ice, on a quest to defeat evil and save Gensokyo and her princess. The game offers high mobility combat, stunning bullet patterns, and the ability to customize your own set of items and spell cards to battle enemies. A demo version is available, allowing players to experience the thrilling adventures before purchasing the full game. Continuing from Cyrano's icy adventure, we have Bramble the Mountain King, a gripping indie game set in a world inspired by dark Nordic fables. It offers an adventure that's both beautiful and horrifying, keeping players on the edge of their seats throughout. While it may lean towards simplicity in gameplay mechanics, its lush world and terrifying enemy encounters are captivating, keeping players hooked from start to finish. It's rare for a game to consistently evoke a sense of fear, but Bramble the Mountain King manages to do so brilliantly until the very end. Bramble is truly worth playing indie game right now, offering an experience that will linger with you long after the credits roll. Up next is A Space for the Unbound, a heartwarming slice-of-life adventure game featuring beautiful pixel art set in late 90s rural Indonesia. It tells a poignant tale of overcoming anxiety, depression, and the relationship between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers. While the game delves into heavy subjects, it does so respectfully, avoiding reliance on them as narrative crutches. Additionally, there's a delightful bonus for cat lovers. Players can not only pet the cats, but also name them. If you enjoy adventure games that tug at your heartstrings, A Space for the Unbound is undoubtedly a top pick. Moving on, we have Cocoon, a wordless and atmospheric puzzle game that rivals the ingenuity of titles like Limbo and Inside, but with gameplay that offers more depth and pacing that is expertly crafted. Playing as the tiny insect protagonist and navigating through interconnected worlds offers an incredibly satisfying experience, distinguishing it from the creator's previous works. With strong visuals that give the game a distinct identity, its simple yet effective design shines, much like in Limbo. Overall, Cocoon stands out as a solid indie puzzle title amidst many others, making it a game well worth playing. Wrapping up our list is Turbo Overkill, a game packed with non-stop madness, adrenaline, blood, and gore. With a title like Turbo Overkill, it's no surprise that it fully embraces the cheesy madness of the boomer shooter subgenre. It drips with creativity as it takes players on a thrilling journey through a cyberpunk apocalypse. Offering the perfect blend of gore, seriousness, and silliness, Turbo Overkill is a literal spectacle of unbridled, high-octane boomer shooter gameplay. Regardless of whether you see it as a chaotic symphony of destruction, mayhem, gore, and violence, or just as plain old bloody good fun, one thing is certain. The world of Turbo Overkill is absolutely worth diving into, even if it involves unleashing havoc with Johnny Turbo's chainsaw leg. And that wraps it up. Which of these single-player indie games are you eager to try out? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.